this episode of Let's Drive, powered by Ford, we've got outside linebacker Randy Gregory here in the passenger seat. Randy, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Freezing day.
It is cold.
Let's turn our boat warmers on.
Thank you. We need that.
Yeah. All right. Ready? Let's go for a drive?
Let's do it.
Okay.
How safe of a driver are you?
I'm a safe driver, I promise.
Even with the ice and snow on the road. Look, so you got people like this.
He's crazy. No, at least we'll be in LA this weekend. Get away from the cold.
Yeah. Christmas in LA.
I know. How do we feel about it?
I feel a lot better if we get a win.
Yeah.
You know, obviously being away from the family is not great, but getting a chance to play on Christmas Day is big, and getting that crowd, you know, having an audience to see us play, so it's gonna be fun.
Definitely. Yeah, so your fam's not coming out? Your daughter's not coming?
No, they're gonna stay here. I had my family come down. You know, everyone lives in Texas, so
okay.
You know, they're not dealing with all this snow right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, they came for Thanksgiving, and then, you know, they'll stay at home for Christmas and kind of watch the game there.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You gonna be able to see your daughter at all?
Yeah, we'll open, not on Christmas, but we'll open presents. You know, thankfully Hackett's giving us a little bit of time early on Saturday, so we'll come in a little bit later than usual, but we'll have time to open up presents, spend time with the family, and then, you know, hop on the flight and take care of business on Christmas. So, yeah.
You got any like holiday traditions that you love? Christmas traditions?
I'm more of a Grinch. Yeah, you ask anybody. I'm not. I'm more of a Grinch when it comes to any holiday. You know, my birthday falls on Thanksgiving every 3 years, so.
Kind of a bummer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Christmas. You know, we actually have 2 Christmas trees. We have one that's kind of the normal, traditional style Christmas tree, and then in our basement we have a Grinch Christmas tree. Where obviously that's where I spend a lot of my time. Yeah. So. But you know, like I said, it's good because where I lack, I think my significant other and my parents have always done a good job of making up for, you know, in the holiday season.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, 2 Christmas trees, that's pretty festive.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, we got the wreath going, and we got some candy canes. We have Elf on the Shelf.
Oh,
my daughter names her every year. She named her Mackenzie this year, so.
Mackenzie?
Yeah. So I come home, Mackenzie's in a new spot every day, and you have a little note, so.
Well, doesn't it feel like, you know, being here in Denver now that it snowed, it kind of feels more Christmassy?
It does.
Get into the mood a little bit more?
Yeah. It snowed a little bit last year when I was in Texas, believe it or not, but
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess they did have that really big storm that came through.
And they shut everything down for like half an inch of snow.
Yeah,
you know
you're
how
not
here.
used to the snow down there. Here you still got to come into work when it's negative 14 degrees out.
Exactly. Yeah. And I learned here that, you know, they have a lot of sunlight here, which I didn't know that.
That really matters.
It does. It does. Even the last couple of days, I mean, you've seen how much it's, you know, some of the snow and ice is already melting. Yeah.
That's so true. And you played at Nebraska.
Yes.
Yeah, so you know the Midwest winter is very different.
It is.
It's so gray over there.
I lived in Indiana in high school. I lived all over the Midwest, so I'm used to the snow.
Yeah.
And you know, Indiana, the weather's kind of bipolar too, where, you know, we'll have snow one day, the next day it's sunny. You know, we've had ice storms and things like that, so you get used to it as long as it's not that windy.
Yeah. It was windy yesterday.
Yeah. The wind I can't take. Anything, you know, other than that, I can take the negative degrees, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. Well, Randy, you know, got back on the field this past weekend. How'd that feel first off? It's been a while.
Felt good. Yeah. You know, it's hard playing, you know, football my whole entire life. I've been playing it for 20 plus years, and you know, as an athlete, playing sports for so long, it becomes your identity almost. So not being able to go out there and play and do what I do best and what's most natural to me is tough sometimes. And you know, I have to find little ways to make my impact off the field or in the locker room, things like that. So it felt real good to get back out there, get with my guys. It felt good to get a win, get it at home.
Yeah.
I was joking with my dad. Believe it or not, I have a winning record. Despite our record as a team, I have a winning record as a Denver Bronco when I play. So maybe that's the key. I don't know, Hackett.
That is the key.
It might be. So maybe I need to get healthier, you know?
Well, Randy, I know what was it? Last week, I think you talked to the media and you said just how important it was for you to end the season on a good note, end the season out on the field. So what is kind of maybe just your goal for the next, 3 final weeks of the season here personally?
Right. It's, when you have seasons like this, when everything's not going as planned, especially with me, being injured and missing the playoffs, it's real tough to stomach that. At this point, like I said, you want to build for next year. I've been big on telling the guys that, we're new here, from the coaching staff, the ownership, myself, a lot of new guys, and there's a lot of stuff that has to mesh. And when you get to this level, it doesn't always happen that quick, and so it takes a little bit of time. And I know people are frustrated on that end of things, but being able to go out there and get as much reps as you can with the guys that are available, I think is really important, because I think a majority of these guys will be here next year, so it's big for us to get out there and play. It's big for us to get reps out there with the wideouts, whoever they are that's out there, despite the injuries.
Injuries have been tough, as you know.
Yeah, very tough.
Randy, appreciate you joining me for this week's episode.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, as always.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.